Hi there. So I had a couple of bananas that I forgot I had, so I'm just gonna make banana loaf bread today. So for starting with this recipe, I have the ingredients right here with me. I have 4 bananas, so I'm gonna use them all. I have 2 cups of wheat flour. If you want, you can use all-purpose flour. I'm just using plain wheat flour because that's what I prefer to use. I have 2 eggs here. If you want, you can use 1 egg and 1 egg yolk, or if you don't wanna use egg, then you can simply add 1/4 cup of yogurt or curd. I have here half a cup of clarified butter, that is ghee. You can also use unsalted butter sticks that come in the market. Here I have 1/4 cup of milk. If you don't want to use milk, or instead you want to use sour cream, you can use the same amount of sour cream. I have here about half a cup of roasted walnuts, 1/4 cup of chocolate shavings, so that I can put them together in the banana bread. Then I have a pinch of cinnamon. I have about half a teaspoon of salt. I use rock salt, so that's what I'm using here. 1 teaspoon of baking soda and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Here I have about 1 cup or 200 grams of granulated brown sugar. I've just simply pulsed my brown sugar in my grinder for 3 pulses. If you want, you can use simple plain sugar or granulated sugar, whatever you have. I have here a 9-inch tin. All these ingredients are according to a 9-inch tin. If you are using a smaller one, please reduce your ingredients according to that. Parchment paper to line it up with, a bowl to mix, and of course my whisk and my folder. Alright, let's get started. Step 1, crush all of your bananas. Just simply use a fork or a potato masher, whatever you have, and simply just mash them all up. Don't worry about lumps. If you have any lumps, just mix it, mash it, and just try to make a paste out of it. That's it. Don't have to go too fancy. Just remove any bigger lumps. Smaller ones are fine. Step 2, lining your paper. So have this, put this like this, simply press in the center. Okay? Now you see these soft edges, take a scissor and simply cut along the lines, alright? That way you can easily fit this in. Done. Take a brush and then just add just brush a little bit of butter inside of it so that once your bread is done, it can easily come out and it doesn't stick. Not a pro on this, so just gonna wing it. But you can do this anyways. Alrighty. Next step, mixing the dry ingredients. So here I have the 2 cups of flour. In this, I'm going to add my salt, my baking soda, and the pinch of cinnamon. Done. Now putting the dry ones aside, let's start with wet ingredients. In this bowl, I'm gonna start with my eggs. Just crack them. Oh. Okay. Oh my gosh, really bad at it, but got it out. Okay. Will I be okay with this? Okay, I'm gonna use this one. Use anything just to crack it open. Don't have to be expert, just have to come out. Now whisking it and then adding in my butter. Okay, it's a little bit warm, so I'm not gonna put this one first. I'm gonna put this milk because it's at room temperature. If I put too hot of butter in my eggs here, I will have, well, egg burji. So don't want egg burji here. Okay. Now it's good, cool temperature. I'm gonna add in my melted ghee, mix it together, and then add in your sugar. So we have to mix this whole sugar in and make a batter out of it. So why do we add sugar in my bread ingredients? Because once it is done and it is ready, and you add your flour, you don't want to mix it too much because it just makes it too hard. You just have to fold the flour in the end. So if you want to do beating and all that kind of pressure stuff, just do it here. Oops, forgot my vanilla extract. Putting it here as well. and then mixing the whole sugar in. Okay, my sugar is mixed in. Next step, adding the bananas. Getting the fork out, putting it on the side, and then adding it my bananas. Just resist the urge to eat the bananas because, I don't know, they just smell so good. Okay, mix it in. Again, don't worry about making it a very smooth batter. Just make sure you mix it all together. A little bit of banana lumps here and there are fine. Trust me, they're fine. Okay, all mixed up. This is how it looks. I'm happy with it. Okay, so let's start adding, well, not adding. I'm gonna put this one side. This is of no use to me. Now we're gonna start folding in the flour. Add a little bit of it at a time, then simply start just mixing it together. You have to gently fold it. Do not whisk it. Do not put too much pressure into it. Just simply gently fold it. Fold it from the corners, from the center. Make sure there are no pockets of flour left. Mix everything together, but be gentle. Okay. Little bit at a time. Alright, my whole of the flour is folded. Just check it from every angle. There should not be any flour peeking out. Just check it from your sides. Check it from the bottom. You should not be seeing any flour, right? Okay, now let's mix these babies in. I'm gonna put in all of my these. I'm gonna leave a little bit here so that I can sprinkle it on top, but I'm gonna put the rest of stuff in. Okay, I can sprinkle this on top when I'm ready to put this in the oven. Now gently fold these in as well. Now adding these last ingredients is a totally optional step. If you want, you can skip it, or if you want to add something else instead of using walnuts and chocolate, more than go ahead and do that. Mostly people use pecans. I really don't find pecans very easily here in India, so I'm just gonna have my almonds because I mostly have them at my house. You can skip chocolate and just use almonds because we usually have them lying around in our houses most of the time. Alright, so this baby is ready to go into the mold. Let's put it in. Now once you put this in, just run your spatula just to settle this whole thing in. Okay, tap it a few times. You'll see a little bit of air pockets running up. Perfect. Set. Now if you don't want to use parchment paper, you can simply skip it and add batter. I added because it makes it easier to pull out. Alright, so this baby is ready to go into the oven for 180 degrees Celsius for 45 minutes. See you then. Almost forgot, I still have to put these all on top. Just sprinkle them gently on top. And one more thing, when you're putting this in your microwave or in your oven, just always make sure you're putting it on a low rack. Don't put it directly in, okay? I have my microwave, so I'm gonna put it on a low rack for 45 minutes. Alright, so it's been 45 minutes and I have taken my bread out of the oven. I've let it cool for about 2 to 3 minutes. And I'm gonna pull this one out. Okay, just be careful. Okay, it's a big loaf. Oi. Alrighty, so baby's out. This looks good. It's cooked from all sides. I'm just gonna let it cool for about 10 to 15 minutes before I get into it. So, let it cool for 10 to 15 minutes. Alright, so my bread has been sitting for 20 minutes. Let's cut into it. Okay. Easy. Ooh, so moist. It just cut right through it. See? Perfect. You simply just eat out of it. Okay, so do try it out at your home. Let me know how it turns out to be. If you have any questions, just comment below. Alright, see you next time. Thank you. Bye.